Oh honey, grab your tea because this one is overflowing. We're diving deep into 15 times Meghan Markle got caught lying right on live TV. No blink, no blush, no hint of shame. And number 9? Whew, you'll need to sit down for that one. So let's start from the top, because the fairy tale she's been spinning, yeah, it's got more fiction than The Crown. Meghan wanted her royal love story to sound magical, so she claimed that she and Prince Harry secretly got married before their big royal wedding. Yup, she actually said that the Archbishop of Canterbury himself came to their garden for a private ceremony.
You know, 3 days before our wedding, we got married.
Cute, right? Except totally false. When Meghan and Harry tied the knot at Windsor Castle in 2018, that was the real deal. The supposed private garden ceremony never happened. Meghan told Oprah that they had reached out to the Archbishop to make it official before the royal wedding. But girl, the receipts say otherwise. The official wedding certificate proves they were legally married in May 2018, not before. And get this, even the Archbishop himself had to step in and say, no. That would have been illegal. So where exactly did Meghan get that story from? Did she just make it up for the drama? Anyway, buckle up, because that's just the beginning. Next up, the I had no passport saga. During the Oprah interview, Meghan tearfully claimed the royal family took her passport away so she couldn't travel. She made it sound like she was locked up in the palace.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry tied the knot at Windsor Castle in 2018. They'd already exchanged vows. In their CBS interview with Oprah Winfrey, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex revealed that they officially tied the knot at home days before the royal wedding. Meghan told Oprah that they reached out to the Archbishop of Canterbury, who officiated their televised ceremony, to make things official a little early.
Except once again, the receipts didn't get the memo. Between 2016 and 2019, she took 13 international trips. 13! We're talking Ibiza, Amsterdam, New York, Toronto. Joint trips, solo trips, luxury getaways, all while supposedly being trapped.
The Archbishop himself came forward and said such a ceremony would have been illegal. So where did Meghan get this story from, and why did she think anyone would believe it? That's just the beginning. Let's move on.
So, Meghan, how exactly do you fly around the world without a passport? Did immigration just wave you through because you're a duchess? Please. Then came the moment that tugged at everyone's heartstrings. Meghan claimed she begged the royal family for help when she was struggling with suicidal thoughts, but they completely ignored her. Instead, she said she had to go to the HR department for help. Now that's heavy stuff, but it doesn't quite line up. Harry himself got therapy. Meghan had access to Diana's close friend Julia Samuel and her own therapist. Reports show she did get support, just not the version she wanted to tell. Twisting that story made the royals look cruel, and Meghan looked like a helpless victim.
Loads of doctors wandering around who would be there to help. Harry was still having treatment for his own mental health. Why didn't he do anything? He felt ashamed. Thank you, Harry. But she was nearly 40 when she was pregnant, and in the UK, women of that age have to see their obstetrician every 3 or 4 weeks. So why didn't she say? The obstetrician is bound to have said, "How are you feeling, dear?" or "Madam," or anything like that. And she could have said. So this is quite obviously, I'm not saying she wasn't depressed, but it's not the fault of the palace at all.
Next bombshell, the infamous Kate made me cry claim. Meghan told Oprah that Kate Middleton made her cry during a bridesmaid dress fitting.
It made me cry, and it really hurt my feelings. And I thought, in the context of everything else that was going on in those days leading to the wedding, that it didn't make sense.
But behind the scenes, sources say it was the opposite. Meghan made Kate cry, and sweet Kate even apologized afterward.
Middleton is reportedly mortified by claims she made Meghan Markle cry during a wedding feud, as a royal expert alleges she's saddened, disappointed, and...
Despite that, Meghan flipped the whole story to make herself the victim. PR genius move? Maybe. Honest? Absolutely not. Alright, moving right along, because Meghan's next truth might just make your jaw hit the floor. She once swore she had no clue who Prince Harry was before meeting him. She said she never Googled him, never researched the royal family, and simply asked a friend, "Is he nice?"
I didn't know much about him, and so the only thing that I had asked her when she said she wanted to set us up was, I had one question. I said, "Well, is he nice?" Because if he wasn't kind, it didn't seem like it would make sense.
Oh, come on. Meghan, please. Her old friend Nikki Pretty spilled the real tea. Meghan had been obsessed with Princess Diana and the royals for years. There are literal photos of her as a teenager, smiling wide in front of Buckingham Palace. So clueless? Not quite, sweetheart. That whole "I didn't know who he was" act? Straight from the PR playbook. Then she played the "I was silenced" card, claiming the firm wouldn't let her speak, act, or even breathe without permission.
I don't know how they could expect that after all of this time, we would still just be silent if there is an active role that the firm is playing in perpetuating falsehoods.
Yet somehow, this silenced woman managed to guest edit British Vogue, do 73 official royal engagements, give interviews with BBC and ITV, and even travel with the Queen herself. Silenced? More like spotlighted. If that's being voiceless, then I guess the rest of us are on mute. Next, she said she got no training for royal life. No lessons, no curtsy practice, no etiquette prep, nothing. She made it sound like they just tossed her into Buckingham Palace and said, "Good luck." But here's the kicker. Every new royal gets formal training. And Meghan, she had her own etiquette coach. Yes, someone was literally assigned to teach her royal protocol.
Her etiquette coach, I didn't know she had an etiquette coach, but she did. And they taught her the ropes before she met the Queen. Well, they're not too happy because he points out that she squandered a great opportunity to be part of the royal family, cost Harry his opportunity to really serve in the family, but also he taught her all those things that she claimed to be ignorant of. What the coach here claims contradicts Meghan's claim.
And even that coach was shocked when she later denied ever receiving help. So why lie? Because it fits the outsider fighting the system storyline she loves to sell. Then came the whole "they unfairly took away our security" narrative. Meghan cried about how unsafe she felt after stepping back as a working royal, as if someone had snatched protection out of nowhere. But the truth? Once they quit royal duties, taxpayer-funded security was no longer their right. That's just how it works. They were free to hire their own team. And they did.
Absolutely not. She has, as we know, talked a load of nonsense. They were protected and would be protected if they were still carrying out the functions of senior members of the royal family.
So that unfair treatment? More like a contract ending. Another sympathy card played for the cameras. Now brace yourself for this next one, because Meghan's storytelling went full Hollywood here. She told Oprah that while on tour in South Africa, baby Archie's nursery caught fire, and apparently there was no smoke detector. Meghan said she had to leave Archie and continue royal duties right after, like some tragic heroine.
In the nursery, caught on fire. There was no smoke detector. Someone happened to just smell smoke down the hallway, went in, fire extinguished. He was supposed to be sleeping in there.
But guess what? There's zero record of any fire. No witness, no report, nothing. It was never logged by palace staff or the press. So where did this supposed near tragedy come from? The imagination section of her diary, maybe? Then she accused the Daily Mail of purposely holding back her father's paparazzi photos to ruin her wedding. Except the Daily Mail immediately clapped back, saying they only delayed publication to verify facts. Totally standard journalism practice. The timing? Pure coincidence. Yet another Meghan narrative. Beautiful on camera, but built on thin air. And just when you thought it couldn't get any wilder, oh, it does. Meghan said she was basically a prisoner in the palace, claiming she wasn't allowed to go out or see friends. But honey, paparazzi photos don't lie. There she was, casually shopping at Whole Foods, strolling with friends, and enjoying private outings like any other celeb. Even palace insiders admitted her isolation was more self-inflicted than forced. She turned her royal life into a poor me story, exaggerated just enough to pull at heartstrings. Then came the Netflix and Spotify fairy tale. Meghan insisted those mega deals just fell into their laps after leaving royal life. Cute story, but receipts show they were already in talks with companies like Quibi and Netflix way back in 2019. They even filed for Sussex royal trademarks that same year. So spontaneous, not even close. Next, she complained about having to wear nude pantyhose that didn't match her skin tone, calling it exclusion. Fast forward a few months and she's promoting the exact same shades in her own brand. Hypocrisy? That's designer-level irony right there. Then, the most explosive claim? Meghan said Archie wasn't made a prince because of concerns about his skin color. But that's a flat-out lie. The rules just didn't allow it until Charles became king. Nothing to do with race, everything to do with royal law. Finally, she claimed their move to the US was sudden and unplanned, when in reality, deals and documents proved they'd been planning it for months. And there you have it. 15 times Meghan Markle spun stories that simply didn't match reality. From secret weddings to burning nurseries, it's a pattern that just keeps growing. Which one shocked you the most? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because the royalty, it's never cold.